Let's check what permissions are set for our script. Firstly, I will clear the screen, and then using ls-l command will list current directory. -l is argument to ls command, and it shows us also extended information about files and directories, such as permission and ownership. Because we don't want to display extended information about all files in current directory, we can use another argument to ls command which specifies the file. It means that we will see information only about that file. So I am typing ls-l and the name of our script. Now we see only informations about our script. But what does that permission means? In Unix-like systems, the permissions of files are divided into three categories. First category means permission for owner of that file. Second category is group permission, and it tells us that all users of that group will have following permissions. Third category is for the others, which are not part of first two categories. But let's quickly talk about characters in permission field. R means read permission. Who has the read permission then can read that file. W means write permission. Who has it can write to that file. Without the write permission, we couldn't even create our first script. X means execute permission, and whoever has it, together with read permission, then can run, execute that script. If we want to change file permissions, we need to use changemod command. By typing changemod a plus x followed by the script name, we granting execute permissions for all users. Here the A character means for all three categories change permissions. Plus X means grant execute permissions. By typing ls command, we can ensure that execute permissions has been added. If we want to remove permissions, we can use the same command, except for plus sign, we will use minus. Here we can see that execute permissions is missing. Just for the recap, type the exact same commands and ensure what changes are made to file permissions. Do you remember how I told you about three permissions categories? We can of course change permissions only for specific category. Let's start with file owner. By typing changemod u plus x, I will change permissions only for file owner. Here we can see that execute permissions for file owner is present. Now we also change permissions for group file owner. We will do that by typing changemod g plus x. By typing ls command, we can see that execute permission is present here. To change permission for others, we will use changemod o plus x. By typing ls command, we can see that execute permission is also valid for others. It is also possible to change permission using numeric value. Read permission represents number 4, write permission represents number 2. Execute permission represents value 1. For example, if you want to put for file owner maximum permissions, it would represent number 7. And if you want to give someone only read permissions, it would be the number 4. Number 6 would then represent possibility to read and write. Now by typing change mode 644, I am removing execute permissions from our script. And we can see it right now. If I want to grant back execute permission, I would type change mode 755, and by that I am granting again execute permission. Throughout the course, I will be mostly using change mode A plus X, which is granting execute permission for everyone. So if you remember only that, it is enough for you and you are good to go. We have now set the permissions, so we can finally run the script. To do so, type // followed by the script name. And it's running! Great! But what does // means? By typing that, we are telling that we will invoke the script in current directory. This is the most common way how to run the script, but there is another option to use whole path. We just prepend the output of pwd command before our script name. Another option how to run the script is by editing environment variable called path. We can display content of path variable using echo command. If the directory where the script is located is included in the variable path, we can invoke the script only by typing its name. To add something to path, we use command export. Export path equal $path colon and full path to directory where the script is located. If we are now at the directory where script is located, we can use command pwd instead. Now I can see that home Richard was added to path. Great! Now I can run the script only by calling its name. Let's check it. And it's working perfectly. To check that it is working from everywhere, I will switch to another directory and call script again. It is working, but here I can see that output of ls command is not displayed. It's because in my current directory there is nothing to display, so switching to some not empty directory should be enough. So I will go one step back and switch to another directory. Now I can see also the output of ls command.